few days off. Last time we'll have that this season. We took Wednesday off, coming off a game in which I thought we were solid. We weren't great. We were solid. Did what we had to do. On the defensive side, it was very challenging when one guy gets going, like Tamananga did. You got to kind of skew things a little bit towards stopping him, and usually that makes somebody else pretty effective. And I thought Rank was great, but at the end of the day, found a way. Didn't love the last 3.5 minutes, although I thought we got a couple good shots. We got Marcus with a layup and a fadeaway, and Terrence got 2 clean threes. Quincy got a wide open 3. But in a night when we didn't shoot the ball very well, especially from our bench guys, it was a night that we found a way, and offensive rebounding in the second half was the biggest reason. Obviously getting ready for Michigan State. I say it all the time, typical Tom team and Michigan State team, and they're going to fight, they're going to grind. 3 excellent perimeter players. Hoggard hurt us in the first game with his downhill penetration, getting to the rim. We've got to do a much better job of stopping him early. And then Tyson's one of the outstanding scorers in our league, high volume guys. So you can't forget about Akins, as he's a deadly 3-point shooter, and Malik's playing really well of late. So typical game, gonna have to bring our fight, and gonna have to execute, keep them out of transition, and execute on the offensive end.
Anything significantly different about them from the last time?
No, pretty status quo. And they're lost a tough one at Minnesota game, which they had leads throughout, but again, they are who they are.
I had some success with the 5 on him. Do you expect, whether you're going the second time around, do you expect to see the same thing? Do you expect to see a guard on him? That's how you approach that same team.
No, everybody's done it, so I don't know why we would see different. It's been great for us. We've been able to move Ty around in a lot of different angles and different ways and different spots on the floor, and they've been pretty standard in what they do, doubling throughout Tom's career, and they're going under every ball screen. So I would expect to see a lot of the same.
You mentioned this was kind of like your last opportunity to catch your breath with a little break in the schedules. How did you use that time?
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday, we practiced Monday and Tuesday. It was, we haven't been great with taking, we've had a couple situations this year where we, NCAA rules, we've had to take 2 days off, and that's been way too long for us. It's too much. We haven't handled those situations very well. But we practiced, and we went pretty good Monday and Tuesday. We didn't go extremely long, but we went really hard. Took Wednesday off, and then got back into our 2-game prep mode. So it's been adding a few things, working on a few things, cleaning a few things up, and then you get into game mode for the next one.
Is there anything in particular you felt like you needed to clean up?
We needed to clean up a lot. I mean, both ends. Our screening was bad, with some technique things on the defensive side we got really sloppy with. But yeah, it's just, you hit on things, and you can't be out here, 3 hours every single day when you got back-to-back games. So this gives us an opportunity to clean up on a few things.
It's just what Dane's able to do for you guys recently. How does that help Coleman? Maybe just they not necessarily have to rely on him as much as significantly.
Well, they're different, so that helps. It's a completely different coverage. It's a completely different impact in terms of what Dane brings. And the one thing Dane's been really consistent about is his running. He's running extremely hard. He's been on the offensive glass. His efficiency has been very high. We like to utilize him when he's in and go to him. so that's been a nice change of pace for us.
It's, you said maybe this team hasn't handled consecutive days off. Well, what's that maybe kind of about? Just
Mental. It's all mental. I mean, you got to understand it's about competing, and when you're in this league, you have to compete at the highest level, and it's not just physical rest. And I don't ever buy into rest. Rest is truly kind of an overrated deal when you're 18 to 22 years old, and you're you know, maybe it helps you prevent, you know, with some injuries or clean up some injuries, but mentally, when you're disengaged for a couple days, it takes a long time or it can take some time to get back engaged and flowing at the highest level. And I've never liked days off. In terms of mandatory days off, I think they're the most overrated thing in the world, but they are what they are, and we had to take them. And you know, before the Nebraska game, we were flat, to be very honest.
I know you guys, sounds like you guys talk about having an option offensively for a lot of different looks. Do you like to see some most options you've had here?
Yes, not even close.
What's that allow for you guys?
Just to do different things, put people in different positions. We're interchangeable. We can tweak anything. You know, before we've been pretty, you know, who we are. You know, when you've got no knock on Kofi, he was first team All-American, but you know, we did what we did with him. And you know, now we can move Ty around, we can move Coleman around, we can move, you know, Marcus around, we can move Quincy around. I mean, we just, you know, it's all those guys can screen, all those guys can receive screens, and that's a nice luxury to have.
It's been important for Quincy in particular these last couple of days and kind of getting him back to where he was during that double-doubles.
Play hard, effort, and effort. Effort is rebounding is effort, and you know, if you don't go, you don't get them, and it's just a matter of turning up that motor to the highest RPM and going as hard as you can go while you're in. And he was good in the Nebraska game. He played hard. He didn't get a ton of offensive rebounds. They cross-matched and put Tamananga on him. We did actually a really good job of blocking him out, but he went. His rate of going to the glass was very high.
I guess as a coach, you've run through several different maybe offensive schemes in your time here. I mean, have you always been that way as a coach? Where, I mean, some are just like, we're going to run this and this is it.
Yeah, I like to win. Sometimes, I mean, you're either going to recruit to a system, and I think we've seen a major shift in the last few years anyway. I think, you know, it used to always be, you know, your defense has got to be one of top 10 or you can't go to the Final Four. Yes, your defense still has to be good, but if you can't play bad offense with the way the rules are today and the way the games are officiated, if you can't play good offense, you have no chance. And I think Purdue's won. I think we're 5 or 6, whatever, 7 today. You know, and if you can't play good offense, you have no chance. And the rules with all the charge block new rule, the restricted arc, you know, all those things make it very much about spacing in an offensive game, and I think you have to adjust. And not that you can't have success doing it the other way, but we've just, you know, I've never been afraid to change, especially on the offensive side.
Seems like last time you guys played Michigan State, we talked about them coming off a loss and kind of expectations for them to throw a punch. I'm assuming the same thing.
Yeah, I would.
That's just standard quote with Tom.
Yeah, and there's a reason he's in the Hall of Fame, and there's a reason he's won 700 plus games, and it's he's a very competitive person. He's he demands a lot, he expects a lot, and he gets a lot out of his teams, and you're not where he's at without you know, expecting the very best from his team every single night.
How glad are you this game is on a Saturday and not this Sunday?
We're all. I mean, it's at this point of the year, I don't even know what day of the week it is anyway. It just It just happens to be literally another day. You guys think I'm kidding, but I couldn't. I really don't.
No, I just meant maybe afforded you an opportunity to watch a football game on Sunday. That's all.
Well, I will watch the Chiefs now. There'll be no doubt about that. But I've got a lot of good friends that are there, so I'm jealous of their opportunities. But anyway, go Chiefs.
All right.
Thank you.